got to give ourselves to this struggle until the end. Nothing would be more tragic than to stop at this point in Memphis.
Hold up, he gonna get this work. He gonna get this work, nigga. Hold up.
You are Hebrew, but you just hasn't claimed your blood, your birthright yet.
We're going to get there.
Let me go for that.
It's almost done on YouTube.
We're gonna get this work. We're gonna get this work. Hold up.
It's literally, it's almost done.
Let me work. Please let me work.
If you are YouTube, what it do? It's Black Atheist Rants. This is episode 60 of Black People Shouldn't Be Christians, Muslims, or Black Hebrew Israelites. If you're just now coming in, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Over on TikTok, tap the screen and send the gift so I can get back to C5. So support the live by tapping the screen and sending gifts. I see you. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do one-on-ones first, just to see if I'm trying to test a theory to see if it's maybe they don't come up because the panel full or whatever. So I'm just trying to test it out. So I'm gonna do one-on-ones for a little bit, and then if they don't come up to do the one-on-ones, then I'll add excuse me, I'll start letting people up. But if you are friendly, just let me test this theory out, and then we're gonna for sure rock out if they don't come up. So what is your name again?
Sir Boss.
What, Sir Boss?
Yeah.
And you're a Black Hebrew Israelite?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you know where the Levant is?
It's in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. Black people are not from the Levant region. But geographically, we cannot be the Israelites because the Israelites are descendants of Canaanites. We are not descendants of Canaanites. We predate Israelites, Israel, Judah, Jews, Abraham, Moses. We predate everything in that Bible.
So then why do our people in Africa keep Hebrew customs?
Yes, because no one wants to be on the losing team.
Well, according to my research, 60%.
No one wants to be on what they think is the losing team.
So yeah, according to my research, 60% of BLK Americans are descendants of the Igbos of Nigeria. Now, according to my conversations,
Nigerians are not Israelites, though, Sir Boss.
How would you know? You don't believe in God?
Where in Nigeria was Yahweh? Because Israelites believe in Yahweh, right?
Yes, we believe in the God of Abraham.
Where on the continent of Africa was Yahweh worshipped prior to contact with Hellenized people or Jews?
The land of Canaan, which is now called the land of Israel in the Middle East, so-called Middle East.
Canaanites are not African.
We're not Canaanites. We're Shemitic.
I want you to go back to my question. You see, because Israelites worshipped Yahweh, right?
Right.
Did you know that they were polytheistic prior to worshiping just Yahweh?
Well, they were polytheistic prior to worshiping Yahweh. Well, they were polytheistic because they was in the land of Egypt.
Just no. Because
yes.
El, Baal, and Asherah are not Egyptian gods.
Yeah, because we've been in many captivities, the Babylonian captivity, Persian captivity,
You're moving
and
past
Egyptian
me. So
captivity.
you're moving past me. Just stay with me, all right?
I don't think you know your history, sir.
El, Baal, and Asherah are not Egyptian deities. Do you understand that?
They're Babylonian deities.
Okay. Don't move. Stay right there. Where on the continent of Africa? Because the Israelites were polytheistic before they switched to just Yahweh. So in order for us to determine whether or not we're Israelites, we just have to follow the culture and the deities, right?
Absolutely. So then,
Okay.
can you acknowledge?
Okay,
No,
hold
let
on.
me ask you a question. Can you acknowledge
I'm not done. Hey,
that
listen.
the
Hold up.
Igbos
Slow
of
down.
Nigeria practice Hebrew
Just stay
customs?
with me. Just stay with me. You're moving past me. Just stay with me.
Are we having a
You and
dialogue
I,
or a monologue?
we're having a dialogue. I asked you a question and I'm trying to give you the rest of this point I'm making. Just let me make this point. You and I agree that we can follow the culture and the deities to determine whether or not we're these people, right? That's a yes. You said yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to show me where on the continent of Africa was the gods El, Baal, and Asherah worshipped prior to contact with, or just show me where these gods were worshipped on the continent of Africa.
Jerusalem. Where? Jerusalem. Where's Jerusalem? Isn't Jerusalem in Africa? Well, that's what happens when you don't know your history, mate. It sparks confusion.
Where is Jerusalem located?
Northeast Africa.
Okay. Jerusalem is not in Africa.
Jerusalem is in Africa.
No, it is not.
Okay, why is it close to Africa then? Okay, if there's some
close to Africa is not Africa, sir, boss.
So let me ask you a question. If Jerusalem is not in Africa and it's the so-called Middle East, where's the Middle West? Where's the Middle South? Where's the Middle North? And what continent would you say the Middle East is on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Africa. Because Jerusalem.
The Middle West is Africa.
The so-called Middle East is on the African tectonic plates. So Jerusalem is in Africa, Northeast Africa, indeed.
You do realize Jerusalem didn't exist during the time of antiquity, right? Like
Jerusalem, well,
just slow down. Hold up. Just let me just let that marinate. Let that marinate for a minute. Let that marinate on your mind for a minute.
No, because I disagree.
During the time of antiquity, there was no Jerusalem. You do understand that if you go and read books like the African Origins of Civilization, we had culture and we were civilized long before there was a Jerusalem. We had deities, we had culture, we had language, we had infrastructure long before there was a Jerusalem. You are now reducing us to Jerusalem. We predate. How can we be from Jerusalem if we predate Jerusalem, sir, boss?
Because our people been keeping Hebrew customs for many generations in Africa. Even in 2026, our people are still keeping Hebrew customs. So
our people have been.
I want you to explain why are Nigerians keeping Hebrew customs in 2026?
Our people have been indoctrinated with a Judeo-Christian worldview. So we're going to exude a either a Jewish or an Israelite or a Christian type of worldview. We're going to exude those cultures because this is what has been given to us, forced on us, indoctrinated into the minds of those people. When you look at if you read books like The Miseducation of the Negro, you'll understand that this Abrahamic set of religions is a part of our miseducation. So when you ask why are people on the continent of Africa Why do they think that they are Jews? Why do they think that they're Hebrew or Israelite? It's because it's a two-part answer. They have been indoctrinated with this culture, and no one wants to be on the losing team. People want to feel deified. People want to they want to believe in something that they can be proud of. Jewish culture and Christian religion has conquered the world. So if I want to feel a part of something that's cold and nice and powerful, I'm gonna adopt this worldview and this religion.
I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Right. So you say that we were indoctrinated with this whole Jewish narrative. At what point in history did those Blue Star people travel to Africa and indoctrinate our people? I'll wait. Give me a timeline.
So you're skipping steps. So Christianity is a religion based off of the Sefer HaTorah, right? You understand that, right? Christianity is a religion based off of the Sefer HaTorah.
Christianity.
The books of the upright ones.
Let me
Isaac, Jacob, Moses. I'm asking you a question. Is Christianity a religion based off of the...
I'm trying to respond.
Hey, listen, today is not the day.
Oh, you're getting angry. Okay, you're getting angry.
I'm not getting angry, but you're speaking in the...
Do you want the truth or do you want the lie, my man? Because you could go back to your blue pill, way of life. I'm trying to help you.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Is Christianity based off of the Torah?
Yes, they stole our customs and made it into...
Slow down. I'm asking you a yes or no question, and you're adding steps. Angry. Just stay with me.
You're getting angry again. Are you going to let me finish?
If Christianity is based off of the Torah, when you go and indoctrinate people with Christianity, they're going to accept Jewish culture because Christianity is based off of the Torah. You cannot get Christianity without the 5 books of Moses and the upright ones. So when you force Christianity on a people, Jewish culture and Jewish mythology gets forced on those people by association, by default. Because Yahweh is...
You dodged my question.
What is your question?
I asked you, you said that we was indoctrinated by these Blue Star people. At what point in history did these Blue Star people come to Africa and teach us their supposed customs? Go ahead, I'll wait.
We were not indoctrinated by the Blue Star people. We were indoctrinated by Christians who based their religion off of Israelite and Jewish culture. I just explained it to you. When the Christians force Christianity on Black people, by default, they are forcing Jewish culture on us because their religion is based off of Jewish culture. That's what I just told you.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
You agreed with me and you said that Christianity is based off of the Torah.
Yes, copyright infringement. They took our people's customs and made it into a religion. Now, let me give you an example, right? The Baza people of Cameroon, because many Black Caribbeans and Black Americans also came from Cameroon. Right now, the Baza people of Cameroon, according to their oral traditions, the Baza people, they're the descendants of Melech. Melech is the great-grandson of Judah, right? Melech was the captain in the Egyptian army. However, he left Egypt along with Moses, espoused, the journey espoused by Moses, but they didn't go in the direction of Moses. They went east instead of west. So they traveled over the Nile River through Nigeria and landed in Cameroon. They was on a hilltop where they was practicing their Hebrew customs centuries before the Germans arrived in 1845. But they was doing their Hebrew customs in secret until the French came and started unaliving them for doing their Hebrew customs. Yes, I got the evidence to show you, right? Because we was doing our customs.
Can you prove that? Can you prove? Cause you just gave me a you basically just you're basically reading off the stories from the Bible. Can you please prove that Moses was a real person?
Yes. The Moshe people of Burkina Faso and what's his name, Abraham Traore, are descendants of Moses, the Moshe people. The name
Prove
Moshe.
that Moses was a real person.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Moses has descendants in Africa till this day.
Prove that Moses was a real person.
Yes, the Moshe people. If you want to research the Moshe people, yeah, they're descendants of Moses. Hence the name Moshe people. And also, you have to acknowledge, why are Nigerians keeping Hebrew customs? You know,
I just explained that to you.
No, you haven't.
So you're saying I asked you for evidence of a Moses, and you said Africans are evidence of Moses.
Yes.
That's not sufficient evidence.
Well, if you want to research the Moshe people in Burkina Faso, you find your own.
I want to research Moses. What is your evidence for Moses? Not the Moshe people who are accepting this religion and this doctrine. What is your evidence of a Moses?
Well, Moses isn't alive today, but you can research his people in Burkina Faso.
I want to research him. What is the evidence of him? You said that we're descendants of this guy. What's the evidence that he ever walked this earth in human form?
Well, he has descendants on this planet till this day in Africa. They're Muslim. I mean, obviously that was centuries ago, because
so Moses was an Arab?
No, Moses was an Israelite. Right?
You just said that they're Muslim. Islam comes from the Arabs.
No, listen to me, right? We're from the bloodline of the Hebrews. However, Hebrews can be anything.
Hebrew is a language.
Yeah,
Hebrew is a language.
Can I finish?
Hebrew is a language.
You would allow me to finish?
Hebrew is a language.
Yes, let me finish. Right.
How are we a descendant of language?
No, we're the Hebrew Israelites. As a Hebrew Israelite, you could choose to be any religion. You could be Christian.
Israelites are descendants of Canaanites. Canaanites are a Semitic people.
Now you're getting angry, man. You're not letting me finish.
Israelites come from the Canaanites, and the Canaanites are Semitic. They're not African.
You are not.
They are not E1B1 haplogroup.
Are we having a dialogue or a monologue?
I've let you speak, and you said nothing you said nothing fruitful.
Yeah, because you remain in your ignorance. You want to be ignorant. Because you keep interrupting me. I'm trying to explain to you, but you keep interrupting me.
I'll just go ahead and tell you, there is no evidence that a Moses walked this earth. That is a biblical fiction. How are black people, I want to ask you a question. How are black people descendants of a fictitious character in Jewish mythology?
They're not fictitious, my man. If they were fictitious, then we wouldn't exist. Black Americans, Jamaicans, Negroes will not exist on this planet if we're fictitious.
I said that Moses is fictitious, not us.
You still have to clarify why.
I said that Moses is fictitious, not us. We're not fictitious. Moses is. How do you know that civilizations in Africa predate this Bible by? Yeah, I would have loved to. Yes. Civilizations in Africa predate the Bible by thousands of years. How are we descendants of Moses when there's no evidence that a Moses walked this earth? If you are watching over on TikTok,
yes, I am watching. My name is Muhammad. Can I ask
slow
you
down,
something?
sir. Hey, IED, slow down. Just slow down for a minute. I'm talking to people. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
If you're over on TikTok, please tap the screen and send the gifts. Send my little gift goal to help me with the live. Send the roses, send the hats, and the cowboy hats. You got to support the live. If you watching, support the live. Tap the screen and gift me, nigga. Over on YouTube, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to it. How old are you?
I'm 53.
What?
53 years old.
Christian.
How old
Muslim?
are you?
I'm 56.
I'm a Muslim.
Christian. You're Muslim. Are you black?
Right?
You're Muslim.
Yes, I'm a Muslim. I live in Denmark. I live in Europe. Are you an American?
Hey, listen. You're a guest in this home. Why are you over talking me and I'm the host?
You asked a question about Moses, so I just want to give you an answer. I just want to know where you're from.
All right, bomb man. Let's slow down. Why should black people be Muslim?
What black people, white people, everybody can be anybody. If you
that's
want
not that's not the conversation. We're not talking about white people. We're not talking about Chinese. We're not talking about the Bulgarians or the Vikings. We're talking about black people. Why should black people be Muslim?
Because it's the right thing to do.
No, it is not.
Or you? Which religion are you?
I'm gonna try to have this conversation, but if you don't act right, I'm just gonna drop you, nigga. You're not even.
Yeah, but I'm not a nigga.
We're not doing it today.
You are a nigga.
We're not doing
I'm
it
an
today.
African.
You said what, nigga?
I said I am an African. Yeah, you are a nigga. I'm not a nigga. I'm an African. I know where my roots are.
Tick.
Yeah,
tick,
you can come.
Tick.
But I know where I'm from.
Let me put this bomb time on this nigga. Look,
I know my roots.
Can I put like 30 seconds on?
I'm not a nigga. Don't call me that. I'm not a nigga. You are a nigga. I'm not a nigga.
Hey, listen.
I'm not a. Let's get this one thing straight. I'm not a nigga.
Hey.
You are a nigga. If you want to put yourself, if you're looking yourself, if you're looking at yourself as a nigga,
do you love the sound?
If you're looking at yourself as a nigga, you are a nigga.
Do you love the sound of a napalm strike? You love a napalm strike, right? That gets you off, right? That turn you on? Little napalm?
Understand?
Little kamikaze? You like kamikaze, right?
Okay, if you're looking
you like a little napalm, you like a little napalm strike? I bet when you play Call of Duty, that's your favorite score streak, the fucking napalm strike, right? It reminds you of home. Does a fucking airstrike remind you of who you are? As a Muslim, you're a fucking IED, nigga.
I say
y'all literally strap explosives to y'all in the name of a fucking fictional character. You're weird. You want the 72 versions, right? Niggas is creating explosions for 72 versions. That's crazy. I could never.
You have this.
I could never. Your prophet is a PDF. Go blow up somewhere else, nigga. Justice for Aisha. All right. We're going to try to act civilized, right? Because Bar can get on that. So act accordingly. How old are you?
42.
Christian, Muslim, Black, Hebrew, Israelite.
I am white and I am of Norse descent, actually.
All right. So you believe in Odin, Thor, Freya, Tyr, Loki, Heimdall?
Yes, sir.
Right. Can you please tell these Christians that they took y'all word that y'all used to invoke y'all pantheon, and now they're using it and attributing it to a fucking god from the Middle East that has nothing to do with where this word comes from? Can you please tell them that?
Well, bro, here's the easiest and the funniest thing in the world. The Bible states that the forbidden fruit that Adam and Eve ate was never named in the book, but everybody swears to God it was an apple. The only religion that speaks of an apple being eaten is by the Norse gods to give them life and keep them immortal. And that's exactly where the apple comes from in the Bible.
So
and
I try to tell
tripping all over the damn place.
So I try to tell these people, because you know what I'm saying, you're one of the few Norse pagans that we've encountered, but I've met a few in person. I try to tell the Christians that prior to if you look up what's called the Great Migration in Europe, where there was like this, where basically the Roman Empire it disperses and you get an influx of like other groups of Europeans coming in. This is where the word God changed. It was originally used to invoke the gods with an S at the end, and they took it and they turned it into a monotheistic thing where we just talking about Yahweh and Jesus. I'm trying to tell these people that that word has been misappropriated for this religion. And as a Norse pagan, I need you to back me up.
Well, even the Bible states, God states in the Bible that you are to choose him over any gods. Plural. You are to follow him before any gods, which means there had to have been gods before God and Jesus. The Norse religion was around long before the Christian community was around. Their holidays, their traditions, their everything. The days of the week are stolen from the Norse. It's not, the Bible is Christian propaganda. It's bullshit. I have books, and I'm talking books, and I've got documentation at home on my computer dating back to well before Christ, where I can track my bloodline. The Bible has stolen so much shit that it ain't funny. It's just a biblical storybook. And any Christian can come up here and try to argue with me. The days of the week are named after the Norse gods. Christmas, Yule, the Yule tree. Can I continue more? Do I believe, with your prompt, why should black people be Christian Muslim? They had their own religion before Christianity was brought to them. They had their own beliefs before people were taken from their homes as women and children and forced into labor, where Christianity was inducted to them, and they brought that home to their people. Christianity was not a black person religion. And I'm as white tea as they get. I am neon fucking white. And I know this shit. And I can have the black atheist on panel, host of this room, smile because he knows I'm speaking the fucking truth. Because you Bible thumping fools can't understand that there was something before you. Your God is not all powerful because your God did not exist. He is a power hungry way to control people. Tell me I'm wrong. Read the book. He's one of the only deities that says, guess what? You do what I say, or you go to a pit of burning magma and you sit there to torture the rest of your fucking life. Come on now. What God would want that for their people? What God would want their people to suffer? None.
Yeah.
Odin walked with his people. He didn't let his people know he was there. He learned and gained knowledge from his people that he created. That was his lot in life, was to gain knowledge, not to rule people by fear.
What is your name?
I go by Chris.
You go by Chris?
Hey.
Well, Chris, I like your rant, man. More people need to know what you just said. I like that. So I'm glad that people were able to hear it from a descendant of the Norse, right? Because I talk about y'all all the time. It's like now people get to really see, oh, wait a minute. Bar was spitting facts. Yeah. That's someone else's culture y'all appropriating, man. And how do you, and I always ask them, like, you know what I'm saying, how you think the Norse feel when like a person like Chris learns their history and culture and where they come from, and they find out, oh, wait a minute, the days of the week, the word itself, the tennis, like with the apple. All of this is pulled from a culture that has nothing to do with this religion. It's misappropriation. But Chris, I'm doing one-on-ones for right now, but I want you to follow me. So like whenever I have an open panel and we get people that, you know what I'm saying, that when we have discussions about God, you'd be one of the good people to come up and basically say what you just said so people can hear it more. But I'm gonna drop you down so I can because I don't really want a full panel right now, so I'm gonna drop you down.
It's time, bro. Fine.
Your mic was breaking up at the end, but W. Chris, man. When it comes to house every weekend, I work hard. Let me see. Okay.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Christian, Muslim, Black, Hebrew, Israelite.
I'm not any of them, but I just wanted to comment on the prior guest. People who just call it Norse religion don't understand the actual religion. Asatru is the religion. That's the name of what people call that. Asatru. It means the path of truth or something like that. But that's the name of the organized religion that involves the Norse gods and all that. And it is not something like he was saying where it's like this like
wait, hold up.
Thing
you said
that's very
Asatru?
ASATRU, yes.
Yeah, I see it.
So saying that
it says it's a modern Asatru says it's a modern polytheistic religion that revives and reimagines the ancient pre-Christian beliefs.
Asatru is the religion that it is now because the Odinistic religion was formed over time, and they stopped everyone else from practicing the prior religions of those regions. Anything that,
but it wasn't called Asatru. It wasn't called Asatru during that time. Asatru is the new name for it. So
okay, so what
you're being contradictory for no reason.
I'm really not.
You literally, if he's talking about the gods and the pantheons and the mythology of that time, it wasn't called Asatru. What's your name? Pop. It wasn't called Asatru, brother.
Okay, so let's not call it Asatru. It's still those.
If we can't, if we're not calling it Asatru, then so what you're talking about?
Okay, so you're arguing this in like a stupid way. Like, what are you talking about? So if it's called
you came
Asatru,
up to say that
let's analyze what we're talking about then.
You came up to say.
So I'm going to continue.
No, you're what the fuck, nigga?
If it's not going to be called Asatru, are we still talking about
nigga? Who do you think? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, brother? You're not even addressing the topic, nigga. You're not going to continue. You're going to suck my dick, nigga. Who do you think you are? That's not how you. This is my internet. It's my shit. You don't talk like that up here. I run this. You don't run this, white man. The carcassity of these niggas. Who do you think he is? You think he gonna control this? Hey, look, guess what? Asatru these nuts, nigga. How about that? How about we do that? Yeah. Don't worry, Chris. I dropped him. It's all right. I dropped him. You ain't got it. Don't even worry about it. This nigga's talking about what the fuck? Hey, hold up. Whoa. We don't do that. Psychotic, we don't do that, gang. We don't even talk like that over here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no slander now. I'm gonna mute you because we don't do that. Yeah, we don't do that, gang. We don't do that. You come back. You can't even comment no more after that. You can come back next live because we don't do that. You're not about to throw the gays in there because this nigga tripping. You ain't doing that. We don't do that. We don't do that. So apologize. DM me an apology and I'll unmute you for the live. But we ain't doing that. No. You know, we ain't doing none of that, gang. Tap the screen, send the gifts. Tap the screen and send the gifts. I'm not playing with you niggas. Over on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. If you just now tuning in, hit the thumbs up. Support the live. Send the super chats. And if you haven't already, go cop the album. Fuck is you niggas doing? I dropped 25 tracks for you niggas. Go cop the album. It's everywhere. Wherever you get music, find it. It's there. It's called Revelations. All caps. Go get that, nigga. Shit. All the blood, sweat, and tears I put into that shit. You gonna listen to it, motherfucker. Tommy, how old are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Leave. Yeah. So why should black people be Christian, Muslims, or Hebrew Israelites? That's the topic. If you questions, comments, concerns, hit the request. Trying to do one-on-ones just to see if they come up if it's not a full panel. So If they stop coming up, then I'll just open it up and we'll do our thing. Yeah, keep tapping the live, send the gifts, get your heart me's and shit, man. Yeah. And if you haven't already, man, go sub to the YouTube channel at Black Atheist Rents. Yeah. I'm on the road to 10,000 followers on YouTube. I'm at 6,254. So you want to contribute to the cause, nigga, go sub to the channel. And if you over on YouTube watching the live and you haven't subbed, sub up. I do other lives, but this is my main episodic topic. But I'm trying to incorporate other things into the episodes. Like we do prove Christianity, Islam, Judaism, prove them true. We do God isn't real. I don't really know what type of internal critique topics I'm gonna do yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I just can't stomach the fucking conversation. But yeah, I'm trying to work on new topics. So if you have any ideas that'll help, send them to me on YouTube. Just hit me up on Instagram if you don't got TikTok. And on TikTok, if you got some ideas for some cool topics, send them to me. And I'll be happy to take a look at it. Yeah. But tap the screen, let's get it. I need somebody to send me like 5 roses, somebody to send a cowboy hat, somebody to send my little disco hat so I can do my little. Yeah, let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. See, Chris, easy money. There it is. That's all you got to do. That's all it take, y'all. It don't take much. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Put something in the bucket, shake the little cup, man. There's a snake in my bed. God damn it. I appreciate y'all, man. Top screen. We looking good, man. We looking good. We in the top, what did I say? Top 80% of D1. They bump you down when the week start over. I was just in C5, so we're gonna modulate. We're gonna get there. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so why should black people be Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite? You gotta understand that Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are paper religions. They are religions based on a book, on literature. We predate the literature. Prior to the literature was us. During the time of antiquity, we ain't know nothing about no Arabs or no Islam or no Jesus or no Christ. We didn't know nothing about this during the time of antiquity. We had our own Christ. We had our own savior deities and Trinity. We didn't need this. We predate the paper religions. On top of us predating them, these were used to miseducate our people. We have been turned away from, just being fucking culturally aware and conscious. We've been turned away from that. And I'm here to say, if you're black, you need to re-examine what you've been raised up to believe. You need to question it. There's a lot of people I follow on social media who are advocates for the black community. They're pro-black. They stand up. They're political. They get involved. They spread awareness. They protest. Everything the white man doing, they protest. But when it comes to religion and God, niggas don't study the history. When it comes to religions and gods, we do not study the historicity of a thing. And I'm simply saying, this stuff goes together. For the longest time, there was no separation of church and state, y'all. So when you study the history of the state and not the history of that's a fucking bar. That's a bar. When you study the history of the state and not the church, you're leaving money on the table. You're doing yourself a disservice because these histories, these timelines run together. World War I, World War II, transatlantic slave trade, trans-Saharan slave trade, all of these things go together with Christianity versus Islam. All of it.
World War I was to break the Ottoman
Shut the
Empire.
fuck up. How old are you?
I'm 30 years old. Who are you telling to shut the fuck
Christian,
up?
Muslim, because you cut, nigga, you cut, I'm the host and you cut me off being rude. That's not how when you walk into someone's home, you know, growing up, when grown folks were talking in a black home, you get the shit smacked. I'm talking to you. Yes, you interrupted me.
Yeah, okay. But when you're
how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 30.
Christian, Muslim, or Black, Hebrew, Israelite?
Israelite.
You're an Israelite?
No, I'm Muslim.
You're a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay. Where does Islam come from? Externally. Don't give me the theology. Give me the external history of where Islam comes from.
Islam started from the time of Adam, and we were worshiping one God.
What did I just ask you?
No.
What did I just ask you? I asked you not to give me the theology. Give me the external history of where Islam comes from, not the theology.
Where the fuck would it come from? Adam was a Muslim.
It comes from this nigga said Adam was a Muslim.
Yeah.
Where in the Torah does it say Adam was a Muslim?
Did he submit his will to God?
Huh?
Did he worship God alone?
Yes.
Okay, then he's a Muslim. He submitted his will to God.
Which God was he worshiping?
God, the one and only.
Yahweh was their God.
Yahweh, you can call him Yahweh, yeah.
Yahweh is not the God of the universe. Do you know where Yahweh comes from?
Who's Yahweh?
Do you know where Yahweh comes from?
Explain who Yahweh is.
Yahweh is a deity from the southern Levant, the Midianites. The earliest known inscription or reference to Yahweh it's referring to the Shasu people from the desert. Shasu people worship Yahweh as a tribal state deity, and then Yahweh gets grafted into the Canaanite pantheon, and then the Israelites, they branch off and they become what's known in history as Yahwists, practicing Yahwism, which is the distinct worship of Yahweh. Their religion was ethnocentric. It wasn't for everyone. It was specific to Israelites and the culture they created. When Christianity comes on the scene, they basically piggyback off of this culture and mythology and create a whole nother religion. Islam comes after both Christianity and Judaism. Islam is a religion.
No, he didn't.
Islam is a religion based on the 5 books of Moses and the Gospels.
Okay, but you're saying it came after Jesus.
Yes.
It didn't.
Yes, it did.
We believe Moses was a Muslim.
I know what you believe. That's why I asked you not. I specifically asked you not to give me your theology, but give me the external. Why are you cutting me off if I'm the host? Why are you cutting me off?
Because it's like you.
Why are you cutting me off? I'm gonna mute you. I don't even like muting people for real, but I'm gonna mute you. Shut the fuck up and listen.
It's like you saying to me, I'm gonna mute you without telling me you're black.
I'm gonna mute you again. Just listen for a minute. Just calm down. Let's pump the brakes and just listen to me for a minute. Islam is a religion. It comes after Judaism and Christianity. Adam was not a Muslim. Adam did not worship the God of the Quran. He worshiped the God of the Levant, Yahweh. Yahweh did not originate as the God of the universe in the culture where he comes from. You understand that, right? This is Adam, I'm giving you external history, and you're quoting Adam out the Bible. We're talking about we're not on the same page. I want us to get on the same page.
Yeah, but
I want us to get on the same page.
Okay, let's be on the same page. Stop making it like the book. Your like the religion all resembles around your book. Let's be honest here. You've got a way of thinking. I've got a way of thinking.
But I'm asking you to use external history. I'm asking you to give me an external critique, not an internal critique.
Let's go to Abraham.
Abraham wasn't a real person.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm asking you to stop reading what's in the theology and give me the external dates surrounding your religion.
Okay. When
Islam does not predate the Council of Chalcedon in 451. Islam does not predate the Council of Chalcedon in 451.
Brother,
I'm trying to give you here. There was a split There was a split within Christianity in 451 after the Council of Chalcedon. After the Council of Chalcedon, Constantinople adopted what's called diaphysitic Christology. They believed in two natures of Jesus Christ. Everything surrounding.
I'm a Muslim.
I know, but you have to understand the history of the Byzantine Empire to understand where Islam comes from. You have to understand
Islam
this.
came before that.
Yes, no, it does not. And I'm
Yes,
trying to
yes,
give
it
you the
does.
historical.
No, you're giving me wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
If you would just listen and let me modulate to the answer, you'd learn something.
Brother, I'll listen to you. I've been listening to you, but you're just
I haven't
running
even
in
been able to
circles.
give you the answer to the question.
No, because every time I open my mouth, you keep running around in circles.
I cut you off because you're talking about Adam and Eve and Abraham.
Because
Those are
I'm giving you
mythology. I cut you off
No, I go
because
to
you're
the
talking
root.
about
When I go
Adam
to
and
the root
Eve.
cause, you're going.
Adam and
You're
Eve
not
are
going to
not.
the root cause.
Adam and Eve are not real people. There was no Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses. All of that is fiction. So if I'm asking you to give me the external time where your religion starts, if you go to Adam, you're not on page. You're not on par. Now, when we look at what I'm gonna go back to what the fuck I was saying because I run this. Get your fucking pencils and paper out, church. When you look at the Council of Chalcedon in 451, this was a split inside of Christianity. It really wasn't a split. The fucking Roman Empire accepted they accepted a version of Christianity that the rest of Christendom did not accept. Syria, Armenia, Ethiopia, Egypt, they did not accept the Council of Chalcedon. So, you look at the rule of Justinian. I think it was in 537. Justinian was a Byzantine emperor. He had full ecclesiastical authority and he had full empirical control at that time. He controlled both the church and the state. His wife, her name was, I actually have the, now you can look up what I'm about to tell you because I actually found the name. Hold up. So y'all don't think I'm lying. I actually found the person's name. Wait. Give me a second. I found the person. Because I always tell y'all this, but I had to do a little digging, and I found the person's name who told Theodora to go and spread Christianity to the Arabs, and his name. I should have wrote it down. Yes. The guy in history who told her to go and evangelize and spread Christianity to the Arabs, his name is King al-Harith ibn Jabala. He asked her, and he was a king of what's called the Ghassanids. The Ghassanids was a buffer state for the Roman Empire in that region where the Arabs were. He asked her to go and spread Christianity to those Arabs. There was no Islam at this time. If you go and look up a man by the name of Jacob Baradaeus, look up what's called the Jacobite Church in Syria. The Jacobite Church, they're what's called monophysites. They're Miaphysite or monophysites. They believe in one combined nature of Jesus. She sent Jacob to evangelize to the Arabs. The Arabs converted to Christianity, but the Arabs converted to monophysite Christology. Monophysite Christology was persecuted by the Roman empires that follow Justinian. If you look up the timeline of Roman emperors after Justinian, they had a track record of persecuting the monophysites, thus persecuting those Arab Christians. And then you have things like iconoclasm, where they were fighting over image breaking, bearing images of Jesus and stuff like that. All of this together is where Islam comes from, because in Islam, you can't make images of the prophet, and they believe in just one God, no son, no none of that. That comes out of what's called monophysite Christology. Literally, you have Arabs converting to Christianity, and then after the Roman-Persian wars, you have Arab Christians who've been persecuted by the Persians and the Romans, and you know what I'm saying. It leaves them. all of the empires surrounding them were weak, and they were banding together, and Islam forms out of them. You know what I'm saying? Islam forms out of their liberation movement from the Roman Empire and the Persians. That's where Islam comes from. That's not in the Quran. You won't find that in the Quran. You have to study the external history of the Byzantine Empire to understand what I said. So, look up Al-Harith ibn Jabala, known in history as Flavius Aretas. He is the man who told the emperor's wife to go and spread Christianity to the Arabs prior to Islam. Now, you mean to tell me a monotheistic religion where they have one God, no son, and you can't make images has nothing to do with Christianity, where they were arguing over images. It's called iconoclasm. Look it up. They argued over image making, and they argued over the nature of Jesus Christ having one nature. This has you mean to tell me this has nothing to do with the theology of Islam, when Islam is literally it comes out during that time period of these they call them polemics. Polemic just means argument. During these polemics is when you get Arab Christians and then Islam. That's where that comes from. So I'm not letting you back up because you won't even. I ain't mean to send you an invite. My bad, boss. I ain't mean to send you an invite. I'm not letting you back up because you don't know how to behave. So I'm not letting you back up. I'm just gonna mute you. You don't even know how this works, sir. You're just gonna get muted for a lot. I tried to engage and have a conversation. There you go. Now you muted. Stupid. Dumbass. Stop requesting. My bad. Over on YouTube, I had pinned the super chat, but I couldn't even get to it because of him. Rye 19681 says, "Love the show and the knowledge you guys display is brutally honest. Keep up the good job." Thank you. Yes, Justinian is one of the roots of all our problems today. 100%. Punza. Yeah, but listen. In order to understand Islam, you can't study what the Arabs are saying. You can't study the Quran. You have to go and look at the historical context of that time period. So, because there was no, as I'm digging into the information and I'm reading these sources and stuff like that, this whole Mecca and because Islam is based on this prophet Muhammad being born in, is it Mecca? He's born in Mecca or Medina, and he travels to. Wait, let me look it up because I don't want to say nothing that's wrong. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Where was Muhammad born? Right. So it's talking about Islam is based on this prophet who's born in Mecca, traveling to Medina. During that time period, these places wasn't even called Mecca and Medina. There was no Mecca and Medina at that time. But the Quran is based on this man being the Quran being revealed to him. He was illiterate. He was unlearned, unlettered. And the Quran was revealed to him by an angel out the Bible named Gabriel. Without that narrative, Islam falls apart because it cannot be true. The Quran can't be true if the original tradition is false. How can Islam be true if there was no angel Gabriel? If there was no Mecca and Medina at that time, how can Islam be true? It falls apart. As soon as you start to dig into the historicity, it falls apart, literally. The angel Gabriel is a messenger of Yahweh out the Bible. He's the angel that revealed to Mary that she was going to bear Jesus Christ. You mean to tell me the same angel that told Mary she's going to bear the Son of God is the same angel that told Muhammad it wasn't no Son of God, that Jesus was just a prophet? Think, black people. Think. Stop requesting up. I just told you that. You're not coming back because you don't know how to behave yourself. When you learn how to behave, you'll come back. Yeah, 90% of, and see, the thing, but see, old account says 90% of the globe is in a religion. We are living lives. Yeah. And the thing of, listen, this is my thing about being spiritual or being too spiritual and believing in anyone's God. When you believe in God and when you're spiritual, you have to leave room for other people's mythology, because it allows your mythology to have it allows you to have comfortability inside of your own, right? If you believe in a God or you're spiritual, but you're condemning a mythology or a spirituality or a religion, it's almost like a cognitive dissonance thing. It's a conflict of interest, because you are believing in a God, condemning another God. You have a bias towards a belief or a tradition or a spiritual system because you are spiritual. You leave room for Christianity and Islam and Judaism because you yourself are a spiritual person who believes in a higher power. That's the problem. The spiritual niggas, y'all gotta stop. Spirituality it's religion for people who don't know fucking history. Basically, it's the same thing. The difference is your spirituality wasn't used to colonize. Theirs was. That's the only difference. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking people wanting to have structure and a higher sense of consciousness. I'm not knocking that. I just think y'all take it too far. Right? Y'all take it way too far in your spirituality. It allow you, in order for you to be spiritual, you have to cape for religion. Right? In order for you to be spiritual, you don't have to see, because spiritual people don't study the history of religions. They don't look into the anthropology of religions. They think Jesus Christ was a real person too. They think Jesus Christ was like a consciousness or a higher state. That's what the spiritual community believes about Jesus Christ. But these are the type of things that they have to accept in order to be spiritual, right? Be Easy talks about Jesus every fucking day, all day. Jesus Christ was not a real person. There is no evidence for Jesus the Christ. Jesus Christ is a fictitious character, right? Jesus Christ wasn't real. It's propaganda. The Christ, or let me say the soter. If you look up the history of the soter in Greek, soter means savior. Do some research on who the soter was prior to a Jesus the Christ. Look up the Hellenistic period and look up who the soter was prior to Christianity. Look it up. And you tell me whose name and whose face is attached to that word. And I'm here I purport that the name and the face that it originated with is the same name and face that it's portraying today. It's the same guy. It's the same deified image of Ptolemy I Lagi called Soter. That is who you're worshiping as a Christian today. That is who you think is a real person as a spiritual person. And I'm simply telling you, the level of history I'm looking at, you have to do away with all this bullshit in order to understand. Because the spiritual community, they can be pro-black and they can be against white supremacy. But Christianity is white supremacy. Literally. Christianity is white supremacy. From its inception, it's white supremacy. The moment you write something in Greek and you make this the official religion of everyone, Greek culture now gets deified. Greek culture becomes the culture for everyone. We're living under the guy, Chris just came up here and told y'all, we're literally living under a Greco-European culture. Your days of the week, your months of the year, your planets are named after European deities. You speak a European dialect. This is a European language. You worship a God whose image bears the European, whose image has always bore the European. The Christ has always been a white man since the Hellenistic period. The Christ has never been any other race, creed, or color but white, but European, but Greek, and then Roman, and then European. I'm not giving you a theology or a doctrine or a dogma. I'm giving you the external history of these terms and phrases and people groups. you know what I'm saying? Like the historians, they want to downplay. It's crazy how they talk about the pagan superstitions that predate Christianity. They call them mystery religions. When you start to study history, the religions that existed in the Greco-Roman period during the Hellenistic period, the scholars and the historians, they call them mystery religions. That is language that it suppresses how big these mystery religions truly were. You see, they're called mystery religions from a Judeo-Christian lens. But see, they don't tell you that Serapis and Zeus and Asclepius and Dionysus were as big as fucking Michael Jackson back then. They don't tell you that. They got you niggas thinking these Greek and Roman deities were just fringe schisms, small schisms. No. Jesus Christ has always been. I'm giving you stuff that nobody's gonna tell you what I'm telling you. Jesus Christ has always been a white man. They didn't whitewash Christianity. Europeans did not whitewash Christianity. That is the misconception of the black community. People who are pro-black, you're against white supremacy, you think that they whitewashed Jesus. No. Jesus has always been a white man. Always been a white image. Always been a white statue. How do you know that Jesus has always been white, Bar? Show me during the time of antiquity, show me where there was a different race, creed, or image of Jesus prior to forced conversion and colonialism. Show me one. Show me the black Jesus prior to colonialism, colonization. Show me the Chinese Asian Jesus. Because Christianity started in the Roman Empire. Romans are white. Or Romans are the ancestors of white people. If you go if y'all don't know my brother Be Easy talks about how Christianity did not start in the first century with no fucking Jews. No. That's not true. We don't have no evidence of a first century Jewish messianic movement called Christianity following a dude that was persecuted by Pontius Pilate named Jesus. We have no evidence for that. That information comes from the Bible. And when you look at what external evidence do we have for Jesus, we have Tacitus and Josephus. Those are not evidences of Jesus. Jesus, you look at Annals, and when you read Annals was written by Tacitus. When you look at, or when you run the mention of this Christ figure, because it don't even say Jesus, it say the Christ or the Christos. When you run that through scrutiny, when you examine that passage and you look at what the critical scholarship is saying about that passage, you come to realize that is an interpolation as well. My brother who goes live, he's probably live now. His name is Christ Before Jesus. He has a $4 ebook where he literally talks about why that reference to Jesus in Annals is an interpolation. Be Easy, who is a wealth of knowledge on the historicity of Jesus, he talks about Annals day in, day out. He talks about it every day, all day. So there is a lot, but see, you're not gonna be able to Google the historicity of Jesus. You're gonna have to go and read the literature and look at what the critical scholarship is on Jesus, because the layman or the person who's Googling, that's not research. Google is a search engine. And also, like different sources pay to be at the top on Google. And so the AI is not giving an unbiased account. They're giving you the consensus of a thing. But The consensus on Jesus is it's skewed and it's biased, right? When we talk about the historicity of Jesus and we talking about the consensus, you can't just take the consensus of Jesus because we're dealing with a religion based on forgeries, interpolations, and people lying for the advancement of the church. With that in mind, you can't take nothing. You can't take nothing inside of Christianity at face value. You got to fact check the motherfuckers that's fact checking in Christianity because they have a history of forgeries, interpolations, and lying. This is the route you have to take to understand if there was a Jesus or not. You reading the Bible and then Googling was Jesus a real person and they bringing up Tacitus and Josephus, that's not enough to understand Jesus. You have to understand how professors at these colleges and Christian schools have to give a testament of faith where they're professing to be Christian. The hiring process for professors at these Christian schools is biased. So the consensus comes from a collection of professors who are pressured to accept or to profess Christianity in order to get a fucking job. If you're saying that Jesus wasn't a real person, you can't even get a fucking job at a college, nigga. Most historians, most New Testament scholars are Christian. These are the people that's making up the consensus. Niggas who trying to get paid and niggas who believe it anyway. These are your New Testament scholars. You cannot take what they're saying at face value. You have to scrutinize what they're saying because the historians and the scholars are saying that Tacitus and Josephus are evidence of Jesus. We have scholars who not on payroll. We have critical scholars, people who do not have a vested interest in Christianity, people whose paycheck is not on the line based on whether they accept Jesus or not. Those people are doing research and scholarship as well. And they are refuting Tacitus and Josephus. Right? You have to look at things like, man, look, one of my favorite books on the historicity of Jesus is called Nailed. It's written by a guy named David Fitzgerald. I read the book 3 times. The book's so good. I read it 3 times and I listened to it on Audible twice because his voice, he's very passionate about what he wrote in his book and he narrates his own book and it's a very easy read. It's a very, very easy to listen to. It's called Nailed by David Fitzgerald. That's one of my favorite books on the historicity of Jesus. He talks about the Tacitus reference. He talks about the Testimonium Flavianum, and he goes into great detail on why the James reference is not evidence of Jesus either. I mean, the chapter on the James reference is amazing. Open your eyes up to some shit. You look at On the Historicity of Jesus by Richard Carrier. The book is a fucking 1,000 pages long. You know how long it took me to look through that shit, nigga? He talks about the evidence for and they've been talking shit about Richard Carrier for the longest time. You know that he's almost like, you know what I'm saying, like a blackball from the New Testament scholarship community because of his critical assessment of this evidence of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You look at people like they talk about Bart Ehrman. Bart Ehrman is an atheist. On top of him being an atheist, Bart Ehrman is not the he's not the be all end all to Christian scholarship. You have to understand that these scholars don't know everything. They know what they know. And sometimes scholars need to update their information as well. You know, scholars can be biased too. And you know what I'm saying? He's still using Tacitus and Josephus as evidence of Jesus. But he wouldn't dare get on a stage and debate those with a critical scholar of those. These people who are saying Tacitus and Josephus, nigga, take Be Easy with the do-rag. Take Be Easy can get off work, put the Nike Tech on in a do-rag and go wipe the floor with the whole Christian scholarship community. He don't even need no help. That nigga's like Thanos with the glove. He just snapped that shit, go. He'd kill all them niggas by himself. And nigga can bet me too. I put 500 up on Be Easy against give me any fucking New Testament scholar. Be Easy, wipe the floor with them niggas. 500. Swear to God. I stamp it. a nigga that's learned and knows history would wipe the floor with niggas that work at a college and get paid to do this. He wiped the floor with them niggas. Ain't no evidence of no Jesus. On top of there not being evidence for a Jesus, the image has always been white. On top of the image always being white, it comes from Greek culture. On top of it coming from Greek culture, they forced it on you niggas. Islam is Islam is the exact same thing as Christianity. It's just like, it's just the Arab version. Just the boom version, the tick tick boom version of Christianity. It's the explosive. Islam is the explosive version of Christianity. That's all it is, baby. It's the explosive version of Christianity. That's all it is. There's no historicity to this Islam shit either. Islam, people don't talk about Islam. What y'all scared? Islam is filled with mythology just like the Bible. The Quran is talking about Abraham, Adam, Moses, Mary, Jesus, the angel Gabriel. It's talking about mythological characters as its basis. The first, what my Quran? My Quran is in here somewhere. First page of the Quran is talking about the what we revealed to Abraham and Moses. The first book of the Quran is talking about what we revealed to the fictional characters out the Bible. But see, like, you know what I'm saying? People need to, why you, or if black people shouldn't be Christian, what should we be? Y'all don't do this with nothing else. If I can't smoke this crack, what should I do, boy? If I can't sell D-rugs in my own neighborhood and gangbang, you telling me not to gangbang. Well, if I can't gangbang, what should I do? That's how you niggas sound. If I can't be a bootlicker tap dancer for the white man, what I'm supposed to do, boy? Y'all don't ask these questions about nothing else. So when it comes to religion, well, I just can't function without Jesus. I need my fix. You niggas are brackheads. Facts, nigga. Those people are brackheads. They are literally on a rug, on a D-rug. I can't say the word. They're on a D-rug. Tell me when I'm telling lies though. They on D-rugs, bro. Niggas talking about it's crazy because I've seen pro-black social media personalities who are political and they protest everything the white man has ever done. They're protesting Trump, MAGA, what they doing in Gaza, Palestine. They protest it all. I ain't never heard none of them niggas say, well, if I take MAGA out your mouth, what I'm gonna put in it? Pause. They never do that. The same pro-black social media personalities who are against Trump and the white man, they stop there. And I'm like, why you stop? Why did you stop? Y'all want to protest white supremacy and not God. The Norse pagan, Chris just got up here on Black 8. He got up here on Bar's Internet. I let him cook on Bar's Internet. The Norse, a descendant of the Vikings, got up here and told y'all where this stuff come from. It's white. God is white. But, you know what I'm saying? Hey, over on YouTube, I need a super chat, man. Somebody put, hey, real shit. I ain't playing with you niggas. I'm really not in the mood today. You know what I'm saying? I got my super chat from a couple people. Shout out y'all. Nah, nigga, this ain't free. You gotta support me. Put $1, $2, $5. Hey man, my album was supposed to come out December 7th on my birthday. Niggas broke in my home and took all this shit y'all see, this MacBook, this computer, these lights, This shit new. This mic is new. I had a, hey man, I'm still here. I had to persevere, nigga. Y'all gotta put something in the bucket. My album, 25 songs. I gave you niggas 25 tracks. You gotta support it. You gotta support it or you gotta go. This ain't Eddie, nigga. Put something in the bucket. Cause TikTok, they give gifts. Y'all gotta put something in the bucket too. It's 50 niggas over there. What y'all doing? And hit the thumbs up on my video too. But it's 50 niggas watching on YouTube. What the fuck we doing, nigga? Two of you niggas DM each other, put $1 together. Since I put something in the bucket. Over on TikTok, yeah, keep liking it live. Do y'all thing. I thank you for getting it on Spotify. I appreciate you. But what was I saying? Back to what I was saying. So, yeah, like y'all protested. I'm saying y'all, but I'm talking about people in general. We protesting white supremacy, and when it come to God, niggas just, well, I want to take white supremacy and MAGA from these niggas, but I don't want to take God from. No, God gotta go. God has to go too. You can't be pro-black and believe in God. Thank you for that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Dank. Bird, thank you, Bird Gang. Thank you. Real shit. Shout out Black Atheist Rants. Yeah, nigga. He's yeah. Ain't gonna, yeah, nigga. Facts. I'm sorry, I don't even know who. Yeah. Facts. Support the lie. Y'all see how she just supported? Is that I don't know. Okay, I see your picture. Y'all see how she just supported the live with the super chat? Y'all gotta do the same thing, nigga. Put something in the bucket. And I ain't talking to my moderators because for whatever reason, my moderators, they love giving me super chats. Y'all helping me out enough. I appreciate y'all. I'm not talking, y'all can't do everything. Y'all can't, this not a trinity. You can't be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit of giving out these motherfucking gifts. No, they gonna fucking do it because you a moderator. You helping regulate. You other niggas, it's 50 people watching. That ain't enough. Put some more in there. Resist. I see you laughing. Yeah, because you and HL for whatever reason. Every time I tell these niggas put something in the bucket, y'all be the first one to open up your coin. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to them. Let them niggas do it. Shit, y'all have to moderate. They gotta put $1 in the chat. Somebody. Yeah, we raising. I'm thinking about. Listen. I used to be. But I ain't gonna tell you what I used to be. I don't want to go back to that old life. I don't like chasing niggas. I don't like chasing niggas. I don't like people. I don't even like handcuffs. For real. Support the live. Support the live. But let me see. Where we at over there? Yeah. Support the live. Put some more in the chat. Yeah, how you blocked if I see words? I didn't block you. You not blocked. But what was I saying? Hold up. Let me see. Let me go back to my monologue. Just give me a second. Over on TikTok, where the roses at? Where the roses at? Put some gifts in the bucket. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? I have to read books and acquire all this information so I can. Yeah, look at resist. Resist. What I just tell you, gang. But I appreciate super chat resist. Yeah, look at bar. Your music made me cry, and I ain't done in a minute. Thank you. I don't usually get into rap, but you went hard with it, nigga. That is beautiful. Not kidding. Why you gotta do me that way? Aw. Thank you, Libra, for the super chat. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, my music made me cry. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of those songs I couldn't even, it took me so long to record because I would get like choked up rapping the lyrics. At the end of 10 Black Commandments, when I was like, show them anthropology of God and all his holy places and shit like that, I'm literally getting goosebumps. Like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I literally was crying when I was rapping that shit. I had to redo the whole song because I ran out of energy from me being emotional. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we Black and we atheist. I just created a whole album for you niggas. You don't even have, like, real shit. Where is your nearest Black atheist at? Where he at? Where she at? Where they at? It ain't even knowing where you at, nigga. You got to vibe solo, but I gave you some shit you can vibe to on your own, nigga. I gave you everything. I gave you niggas rap, trap, lyricism, feel good. I gave you a bop, nigga. I gave you bops. I gave you soul-filled music. When I say soul-filled, I'm talking about like it give you that feeling like church. I gave you that shit, nigga. Nigga. Real quick, when we're gonna get back to the show. One of the features on my album, her name is Tiara Lord. She's one of the people that was subscribed to me on YouTube. But she had hit me up because she do music. She sent me her music. I said, nigga, this motherfucker can sing and she can rap and she's Black atheist. The beats that she are on, I had the beats before I met her. After I met her, I'm like, this is what this beat needs. I'm telling y'all this story. I'm gonna tell it again when we do the whole listen party. But I literally sent her the beats and I said, hey, look, I've been listening to these beats for a whole year. I have the melody in my head. I don't have no words. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you the beat. I don't care what you come up with. I want you to do exactly what you did on those songs you sent me, and I'm gonna rock. We're gonna go with that. Whatever you come up with, we're gonna do that. That motherfucker get to singing, rapping and shit. Soul-filled music for your ass right there. That's what you got. So, you know what I'm saying? I've put in the work. Took me a long time to finish the album. The album was supposed to be like 7 songs, nigga. I added songs because I had to wait so long. So I put my heart in that shit. That's why literally is a song called The Heart of Bar. That song was the last song I recorded. It's the third, what is it? One, the eulogy. The Heart of Bar was second. It's the second song on the album. It's the second song on the album, but it was the last song I recorded. Because when I got through with the first 24 tracks, all I kept thinking was I literally put my heart in that shit. And so I took a beat that beat is supposed to be on something that's coming out later. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Give me that one. I put my heart in this shit. I'm not the atheist you want to be arguing with because I done sacrificed this life as my bargain. And that's what I'm telling you, nigga. Like I've lost sleep recording this album, cuz. Real shit. Real shit, nigga. So go play my shit and play it loud. Don't turn it down when you come up to the red light, your windows down. What you turning my shit down for? Fuck, nigga. I play my... Faded off the truth, I'm gone. Only 5 years old and Granny used to bring them back. Like, who's talking like that on no? Nobody's talking like that, gang. Nobody's talking like that. Real shit. Ain't nobody talking how I'm talking for real. Where can you go and get some fucking hard ass beats, hard ass lyrics that I ain't talking? Not one time did I call a woman a bitch. Not one time did I say I'm finna unalive a black person. Not one time did I talk about doing actual D-rugs. Not one time did I say something that demonizes us. Not one time did I say something that doesn't make you think. Every song you just learn something. Every song you learn something. I was terrified of hell because they scared me. Used to be a born again Christian. That's the dead me. What I just tell you? I just told you I used to be a Christian and that nigga died. I said, the way they whitewashing history is their darkest crime. That's what I said. I just taught you that they whitewashed history. Talk about the doomed verses. Talk about the slave trade. Talk about the Arabs. Talk about Islam. Talk about the Hadith. Talk about the PDF. Show me a song. Pull up a song right now where the author is calling out Islam. I got nuts, nigga. I got balls of steel. I said, fuck Islam. Fuck Muhammad. Fuck Allah. PDF prophets and misogyny. This the shit that bothers me. That's what I said on the track. Yo, turn my shit up. Real talk. If you ain't playing my shit, you gotta leave. If my album ain't saved on your phone, leave my stream right now. If my album ain't saved on your phone, leave the stream right now. Don't even come back. Do not come back. Fuck is we saying, nigga? I'm an atheist. I'm a black atheist. Prove it. Prove it. They trying to restrict my life. No, they ain't stopping this. But yeah, so I'm trying to do I'm trying to do I'm trying to like test a theory, like maybe they're not coming up because the panel before. So I was trying to give the Christians or the Muslims the opportunity to do like a one-on-one conversation just to see if that is why they won't come up. Well, that's why they won't request. And we had like 4 or 5 people this morning. So Joey, you on my panel. I see you follow me. You ain't try to be up here. I know you didn't try to be up here. Drop you down. But yeah, if you're an atheist or you black atheist or you agnostic or you in the humanist, if you're in the humanist community, you know what I'm saying, you care about the people. I made music for you, nigga. How old are you?
27.
Christian, Muslim, Black, Hebrew, Israelite.
Christian.
The reason why I say black people shouldn't be Christian is because my subjective morality, in my personal opinion, I don't think that black people should practice religions used to justify colonialism, racism, the slave trade, the miseducation. I don't believe we should practice religions used to justify that. That's why I say we shouldn't be Christian.
Okay, but hold on a second, because have you heard of Ethiopian Christians?
Yes.
So they were one of the first to actually believe in Christianity.
One of the first is not the first. Where did they get Christianity from?
So their tradition goes back to a black apostle or disciple.
The Ethiopian eunuch in the book of Acts, right?
Sorry?
The Ethiopian eunuch in the book of Acts, right?
Yeah.
The book of Acts is not history. Can we talk about the time period when Ethiopia, can we talk about the time frame when Ethiopia truly got Christianity? Because the book of Acts is talking about the 1st century, right?
Okay.
In the book of Acts, when it mentions the Ethiopian eunuch, it's talking about 1st century events, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you. In the book of Acts, when it mentioned the Ethiopian eunuch, it's referring to a 1st century event, right?
I'm not sure if I agree, but I'm listening.
You brought it up. When okay, I'm gonna stop asking you. You've shown that you don't know the information, so now I'm about to tell you the information. Do not cut me off while I'm telling you information you did not know. Because when I asked you and I gave you a chance to say something, you said you don't know, you don't agree. So I'm finna tell you. All right, Ethiopia, but during the time of history is known as the Kingdom of Axum. They got Christianity in the 4th century, not the first. We know this by the inscriptions on their coins. The inscriptions on their coins lines up with the time frame when they got Christianity. When you look, they have it's a website you can go to. It's gonna be the first. If you Google this shit, it's gonna be the first thing that pop up because it's always the first thing that pop up when I Google it. There is a website where they have the Ethiopian coinage. Their coins bears the sun disk and the crescent and they had like their own triad of gods. Their coins bared Ethiopian imagery all the way up until around the 330s and 340s. In the 330s and 340s, when King Ezna becomes king, you see their coins start to bear the cross. This lines up with the timeline of events that happened within Christendom. When you look at Eusebius writing ecclesiastical histories, that was like 313, 325. We know what happened in 325, Council of Nicaea. Ethiopia does not get Christianity until after both of those events, right? Which means they were aligning with Constantine. We know who was the emperor at that time. It was Constantine. The Kingdom of Axum under King Ezna converted to Christianity in the middle of the 4th century to align themselves politically, economically, and socially with the Roman Empire. They converted to gain favor, gain power, gain pull, not grassroots. Christianity is not grassroots nowhere on the continent of Africa. It's not organic. It's not authentic. It's not a genuine conversion to Christianity. When you look at it's called the top-down model, where a king converts first and then he introduces it to his kingdom. It's called the top-down model. That's how they converted to Christianity. On top of that, the Ethiopian Bible is not the oldest anything, right? The Greek or the Greco-Roman, I'm saying Greco-Roman. The Greco-Roman Christians had 3 Greek manuscripts that predate the Ethiopian Bible. They had a Codex Sinaiticus, Codex Vaticanus, and a Codex Alexandrinus. All of these predate what is known in history as the Ethiopian Bible. The Ethiopian Bible comes out between the 5th and the 7th centuries. How are Ethiopians genuinely practicing Christianity when they have no Bible at that time? How is it a genuine conversion when they can't read or write Greek? How is it a genuine conversion when their Bible was translated into Ge'ez for them by a man by the name of Abba Garima? You look up what's called the Garima Gospels in history. I'm giving you things to look up. You look up what's called the Garima Gospels. This is the Ethiopian translation of the 4 Gospels. Okay. But it comes out between the 5th and the 7th centuries. So you got to ask yourself, well, if Ethiopia had no Bible, what the fuck was they doing prior to the Garima Gospels? It wasn't authentic. My damn, what the fuck wrong with my eye? My analysis is that the king was literally just saying, well, we just gonna fake like we worshiping Jesus Christ to gain favor. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm like, that's not an authentic conversion to Christianity. He's trying to gain something from his conversion.
What did
I want you to look up.
That?
I just told you he gained, because you have to understand what did he gain. You have to understand what's called the Hellenistic period, when Alexander the Great comes in and he takes over the middle, what's known in history as the Middle East, North Africa, Asia Minor. All of that was conquered by the Hellenistic period. Alex the Great.
So you're saying Ethiopia was under the Roman rule?
No, just hold up for a minute. I'm trying to set the stage for you to understand what did they gain. The Middle East, North Africa, Asia Minor was conquered and Hellenized by Alexander the Great and his two successors. They had a Diaduchi meeting where they determined who was going to be the successors after he passed away. Seleucus Nicator with the Seleucid Empire, the Seleucid dynasty. Seleucus Nicator was over like Asia Minor, that area, and then the Ptolemies was over North Africa. So we have Hellenistic rulers controlling North Africa, the Middle East, Northeast Africa, and Asia Minor. That's the trade routes, the infrastructure, the roads, the money, the cargo. So by the time,
Can I stop you? All right.
I'm almost through. It's 10 seconds left. So by the time we get to Ethiopia's conversion with Constantine, Rome still occupies all these provinces. They still control the roads and the infrastructure. You want to play ball with the money, you have to play ball with the big boys, which was the Byzantine Roman Empire at that time. That's what I'm trying to. So when you ask what they gained, favor with the motherfucker who controlled the Middle East.
But from my knowledge, Alexander the Great was long before Christianity, and Constantine was long after Alexander the Great.
You're not listening. You asked me, what did the Ethiopians gain from converting to Christianity? I brought up Alexander the Great and the Hellenistic period to help you understand that all of the infrastructure surrounding the Horn of Africa, all of the infrastructure surrounding Ethiopia was controlled by the Roman Empire. If I want to do business and advance my empire economically and politically, I'm going to have to play ball with who? The motherfuckers who control everything surrounding me. The Roman Empire. That's why I told you that. I wasn't saying Alexander the Great had something to do with Christianity. I was telling you that, I was just explaining to you that they conquered that area and it was controlled by Rome at the time of Ethiopia.
So you're saying the king of Ethiopia forced the conversion of its residents?
How else would? Okay, so I'm about to give you an example. It's just an experiment. There is a god in Yoruba culture. It's not even a deity. I'm sorry, but in Yoruba culture, they believe Olodumare is the creator and the sustainer of all living things. I just told you about a god from another culture. Are you now convinced at this moment that Olodumare is the creator of the universe?
No.
Why not? I just told you.
Because I don't know who he is.
Now now stay with me.
All right.
Let's just stay with me. You ever been to Costco?
Yeah.
You and I are in Costco. We're on the bread aisle. Now, don't just stay with me. You right now today do not accept that Olodumare is the creator of the universe by me just telling you.
Yeah.
What makes you think during the time of antiquity that the Ethiopians was like, well, the king just told us about Jesus, so we gonna convert? No. Just like you've been a Christian your whole life, probably, or you've been a Christian a long amount of time, and you've attributed your personal experience to Jesus. We have to give the Ethiopians that same grace, and we have to say that they attributed their personal experiences to their triad of deities as well. They had a trinity too. They had a pantheon of gods as well that they were practicing and worshiping long before they were converted to Christianity. Remember, I told you their coins bear the sun disk at first. That's their pagan ideology.
Yeah.
You don't accept Olodumare just off the word of mouth. They did not. What makes you think they accepted Jesus just because somebody told them about it? That's not how that works.
Okay, I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ethiopia is not listen to me. Ethiopia is not the scapegoat for multiple reasons. It's not authentic to them. They did not create it. It wasn't grassroots. their king converted and then imposed it on them or introduced it through them to them. He by like putting up they putting crosses on coins. What the?
But it's like
does that seem? But does that seem if I want to force you or convert you, instead of coming up and talking to you, everywhere you go, you're gonna see this fucking cross. Is that authentic? No.
But
also, you need to understand that Ethiopia practice, and they still do practice this. They practice what's called Miaphysite Christology.
Yeah.
Black people are not Miaphysites. Black people are Chalcedonian, Byzantine, Diaphysitic Christians. We believe in we believe in three motherfucking gods. We believe in the Trinity, but we believe that Jesus Christ has two natures. The Ethiopians do not.
Yeah.
The Christianity that the Ethiopians practice, they deemed it heretical at the Council of Chalcedon. So the Christianity that those black people are practicing, now mind you, because I try to tell people this all the time, the Ethiopians converted, or the king converted to align with Rome. Not even 500 years later, I think it's like 200 years later, Rome, the Byzantine Roman Empire, they adopt the Council of Chalcedon and then alienate Syria, Armenia, Egypt, and Ethiopia. All of those were monophysite regions. The only region that was diaphysitic Christianity is Constantinople, because that's where the seat of Christianity was. The seat of Christianity was at the Hagia Sophia prior to the Vatican being built in Rome. The seat of Christianity was, because there was no separation of church and state at that time. The seat of, if you look up what's called the Hagia Sophia, the church of the church of the Holy Wisdom, this is where the Patriarch of Constantinople and the bishop of, this is where the Patriarch of Constantinople and the Byzantine Empire, this is where their seat of Christianity was. It wasn't in Ethiopia. Ethiopia did not have a say-so at the Council of Chalcedon, and they converted to align with Rome, and then the Romans switched Christologies on them and then alienated them. We don't accept the monophysite. Look up, do some research on the Roman emperors from 451 forward. The Roman emperors after the Council of Chalcedon persecuted the exact Christianity that the Ethiopians and the Egyptians were practicing. It was persecuted and alienated after the Council of Chalcedon. Majority of the Roman empires hated the monophysites, persecuted the monophysites, the Miaphysites, I'm sorry. So we have black people converting to a version of Christianity that the white people alienated and deemed heretical. And it's been deemed heretical longer than they have. Like, the Council of Chalcedon was 451. Council of Nicaea was 325. We've been under Chalcedonian Christology longer than we've been under I guess it's like the homogeneous creed. Even I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I want to ask something.
I misspoke. I'm about to let you talk, but I misspoke. So the homogeneous Nicene Creed is 325. Council of Chalcedon is 451. 451 forward, we see a Christology that does not align with what Africans have been doing. African Christianity has been persecuted longer than it has not been persecuted. That's what I'm trying to say. So so the Christianity that the Africans are practicing has been demonized and persecuted longer than it was accepted, because it was accepted like what? It wasn't even accepted, because people talk about the Council of Nicaea, but they stop at the Council of Nicaea. They argued over the nature of Jesus Christ for 921 years. If you look up all of the ecumenical councils, Council of Nicaea, Council of Ephesus, Council of Council of Chalcedon, Council of Nicaea II, there are so many councils where they were still arguing over this two natures, one nature thing. It did not stop at the Council of Nicaea. It kept going. So the Christianity that the Ethiopians accepted was under fire since they accepted it. From 325 forward, even before, see, we're not even talking, we putting the cart before the horse. The Christians have always been arguing over the nature of Jesus. They have always argued over this. So we have black people accepting a religion that they've never agreed upon. They've never had one doctrine. Never.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to talk.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, did the maybe you answered, maybe I missed it, but did the Ethiopian king make it illegal to practice their original religion or roots? Because today, right, it's like every Ethiopian person is a Christian. Like, it's like you can't find any Ethiopian that practices their original religion before Christianity. So, like, if the king didn't make it illegal to practice their original religion, it's almost like the people all willingly accepted it as like a new religion.
Well, I wouldn't say he outlawed the original indigenous practices, but what we can say is that he replaced the imagery. So when you look up what he did, remember, they put crosses on the coins. They hung those little banner things that they hang, like they hung crosses everywhere. They even if they didn't outlaw the indigenous practices, they replaced the images that you see everywhere you go. You have to understand what that does psychologically to the future generations, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
even
like
if he didn't say,
completely deleted their history.
yes, this is what all black people, all black nations that have accepted Christianity have done this. They have replaced, because Ethiopia had culture and deities before they were Christian. The Ethiopians today can't name you the gods.
I see.
Because even if during King Ezra's reign there were people who still practice Ethiopian traditional systems of worship and religion.
Yeah.
When the future generations come, we have people who only see crosses. They only see Jesus. They only see Christianity. Even if their great grandparents are telling them, hey, back in our day, we worshiped these pagan deities over here. But when they step outside, it's a cross on the coins. That does something to a person mentally. It's just like white Jesus. When you step outside as a black person and you see that white Jesus hanging up, mentally you're like, I'm black. My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm black. I'm black. But everywhere I look, my Lord and Savior is a white dude with the nice blonde hair and the blue eyes. So it don't matter what I look like. My God is white, to the point where I have to say, I got to be Christian before I'm black, because there's a distinction between me being black and Christianity. They're putting, this is a conversation in the black community. They are saying they are black. I mean, they're saying that they are Christian before they are black. Why do you think they have to make a distinction between being black and Christian? Why do you think that is? Because it's not homogeneous. It's not homogeneous. It's not one and the same. Being black and being Christian is different. It's a separate thing, to the point where they have to make the distinction.
I have to disagree with this point, because if you look at every country or whatever that believe in Christianity, they all have their own depiction of Jesus. Like Korean have Korean Jesus. Africa have the black Jesus. You know what I mean? Europe have white Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Who had Jesus first?
Where Jesus was from, it would be his people from Nazareth.
What color, what race is Jesus Christos? What race is he?
Yeah, but Jesus wasn't a white man.
Listen to, I'm asking you a trick question and it's loaded, and your answer is going to prove your point. Your answer is going to prove my point. What race is Jesus Christos?
I mean, that's Greek.
Remember, we're in Costco's. Do not fucking move. Jesus Christos is Greek, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you want to know what Jesus looked like, prior to, who was the painter that painted the was it? Let me look him up. Who was the painter? Somebody gonna probably put it in the chat before I get to it. Who was the painter that?
I think I get what you're trying to say, though.
No, you don't.
You're trying to say the most depicted image of Jesus is a white Jesus. That's what you're saying, right?
Somebody put it in the chat. The person in the chat, she's actually Greco-Egyptian. She's Greek and black, right? And so I'm trying to do one-on-ones with y'all to give y'all a chance, because I know y'all probably be scared when all of us be up here, because I know a lot of heavyweights, so I know a lot of niggas that's like on they shit about this. I know y'all get a little discouraged or whatever, but Hanji is Greco-Egyptian, and she is a wealth of knowledge on what I'm about to say to you next. So prior to Da Vinci, Michelangelo painting Jesus Christ, the Last Supper, prior to that imagery of that the official full-fledged white Jesus, the images of Jesus was in the style of other Greco-Roman, Greco-Egyptian deities, right? Long hair with the beard. That is the staple for a Greco-Roman, Greco-Egyptian syncretic deity. How do you know your God is syncretic, Greek and Roman? Hair and a beard. All Greco-Roman gods look like Zeus and Jupiter. All of them. Jesus, listen to me. If you didn't know, hold up. If you didn't know who Jesus,
didn't have beards.
That's why I said Greco-Roman. It's syncretic. But listen, if I gave you, if you didn't know who Jesus was, right? Like if you were not a Christian, and I put an image of Zeus, Serapis, Jesus, Jupiter, Asclepius, if I put yes, if I put Zeus, Serapis, Asclepius, Jupiter, and Jesus in a line in front of you, like a lineup, you're looking for the suspect, and you didn't know, if you were not a Christian and you did not know Jesus, you think you stand at these niggas are brothers or the same person. Facts, nigga. That's facts. That cannot be washed away with the Bible. See, Black Atheist Ranch, I don't do no Bible talk. No, we don't do Bible talk. Numbers lie. It say men lie, women lie. Them images don't fucking lie. Them statues don't lie. If I lined up Jupiter, Asclepius, Zeus, Serapis, and Jesus, line them niggas up, you would not be able to tell the difference if you were not a Christian. You wouldn't be able to tell them apart if you were not a Christian. You think they all was related or they was from the same?
Yeah, they all Greek.
Stay with me. Don't move. Don't fucking move. I got the. You ever seen a sniper? You gotta.
Oh, come on, man. I'm trying to. Don't put a sniper on me. I'm trying.
Not you. You gotta listen. Here. I'm saying if you're the sniper, you gotta don't move. You gotta hold your breath and just.
Oh, okay.
Stay where you at, nigga. You said out your mouth, all them niggas look Greek. That can't be washed away with what the Bible say. Well, it say he's first century Galilee. Why does he look like all the other Greek gods?
Okay.
I'm asking you, why does Jesus look like all of the other Greek gods?
Because that's I know what I know what you want me to say.
Listen, there are no pistols here. You have free will to answer this question however you want. This is your question to answer. Why does Jesus look like Zeus, Asclepius, Jupiter, and Serapis?
Come on, man. Don't do it to me.
Answer the question.
Because trying to say is a Greek idea, Greek religion. Is that what you're looking for?
I'm asking you. This is your personal. I'm asking you for your personal opinion. The Christians say we will never let them talk. You have the floor. Why does your God look like the rest from that area?
Okay. So from what I'm understanding, from what you're saying, and what you bring forth, is that Jesus would have to be a Greek god.
Listen. I'm asking you. Stop. Listen. I'm not trying to. This part is not a trap. It's not a trap. I take that back. It's not a trap.
I feel like you're trapping me.
Okay. I'm gonna retract that statement. This is not a trap. I'm asking you for your personal opinion. Stop. Don't give me nothing, but I want your personal opinion. Think for yourself. Why does Jesus look like Jupiter, Asclepius, Serapis, and Zeus?
Oh man. Cause
oh yeah, I know.
Because he was created by the Greeks. Is that
what you believe? No.
I'll tell you what.
Can I tell you
Stop
trying to appease me. Stop trying to appease me. I just want your personal opinion. What do you think? Why do you think Jesus looks like Zeus, Asclepius, Serapis, and Jupiter? Why do you think? Not me. Don't try to ask me for confirmation. I want you to tell me your opinion.
But obviously you know a lot more than me, right, on this. So,
sir, I don't know shit. I'm asking you for your listen. I want you to do this. When you meet people who you believe, you think they know more than you, learn from them. When my panel is full, I'm probably the real talk. When my panel is full, I'm probably the least educated person on the panel when I got my friends up here. And you want to know what I do when they talk? I listen.
Yeah.
I listen, and I listen, and I go and fact check them. And those niggas have not let me down yet. Shout out them niggas. They know who they are. Even the ones that ain't niggas. Shout out them. Shout out Dugard and Mac.
Sorry.
Right?
After this, I'm gonna have to double check everything though, right?
Because my niggas.
That's why I can only answer you based off what we're talking about. Because I'm gonna have to go double check after.
Well, see, I'm asking you for your personal opinion. What do you think?
Look, if you want the honest answer, right? I don't know.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
I can answer based off what we've been talking about.
That's what I'm asking you not to. I'm asking you not to do that. I'm asking you. I want you to think for yourself. Use your own cognitive abilities. You tell me what you think, what you believe. If you Google Jupiter and then Google Asclepius and then Google Zeus and then Google Serapis and then Google Jesus last, you'd think somebody was fucking making the little brother of the same guy. You think all these niggas was cousins or something. You ever seen the hold on, let me give you a perfect example.
Everything else that Christians claim would also have to be not true. Like everything about Jesus, the apostles, church history, it would all have to be false. And like I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to come to that conclusion. I'm not ready for that yet. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I know. That's how it is for most people. And
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're the space you in right now, it gets scary and dark and quiet and grim and ominous. It's like when Tiamat slayed Marduk. It's a deep, watery, black chaos, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? On the other side, there's people like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm what's waiting for you on the other side. You might not listen. I know you don't know me, but my friends say I should be a comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. There's light at the end of this is cliche as shit I can tell you, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, brother. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
But what light though?
Me and you, nigga. It's light.
Yeah, but then
we are the light.
We have to get into a whole nother discussion, but I'm not going to do that right now. But
yeah, yes, we do. No, we do. Listen, you and I have. I don't know where you from. I don't know what region your people are from on the map, but we're going to have to do two things. We're going to have to learn something. The first thing a person should be taught is something about who the fuck they are, who my mama is, who my daddy is, what they living like, where they come from, what they believe in growing up, type shit, where my people come from, what haplogroup am I from, what creed or color, race, whatever. I want to know a little bit about those people first. But it is a duty for all people to learn world history. You got to know who the fuck I am too. You got to know who you talking to, nigga. You got to know who you're talking to and where they come from, so we can coexist and be. You have to be a human before you Christian. Oh God, boy, you are on fire, nigga. Your humanity gotta supersede your religion.
Yeah,
I gotta go learn about bar. I gotta go learn about bar so I can resonate with bar.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to people please bar. I need to know about bar so I can have context and understand the nuances of who he is. Why he keeps saying nigga even though I'm not a nigga. What's that red thing on his head? Why? You know what I'm saying? I have to do the same for you.
Yeah.
But
look, I'll leave it at this, right?
Okay.
Because I'm going to head off, but I got to say this is probably one of the best convos I've had on this app. Like I talk to a lot of people. You've been one of the best. You seem, you seem like you've done your research. You know a lot of stuff. You seem honest. You seem quite honest. So I got a lot of research myself to do. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna head off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good day, sir. Yep. I'll leave you to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'll try. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he said it. He said what I be trying to tell people. That's what we're gonna have to do. Cause see, when you pull that fucking Christ sweater off, well, damn. If Christianity ain't true and there was no Jesus, what the fuck is? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And if Christianity ain't true, I gotta go learn what the fuck was going on in the 330s. Yeah. Well, if Christianity ain't true, what the fuck is boy doing in the America? Mm-hmm. Oh, it get deep. It get deep. Oh, it get deep. That's what. Listen to me, man. Shout out that last person. But listen to me, y'all. I hated history and I hated reading and I thought history and politics was the most boring shit in the world. And as soon as you took my fucking religion away, well, how did we get here? Where do we come from? What is this? Those answers lies in the history. You ain't gonna, it's not in the Bible. Like I said on Thinkers Live, Eusebius is not in that Bible. He ain't in there. The Doom the Verses ain't in there. Y'all. Lord. But yeah, that was a good call though, for sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to, I'm not ready to challenge this stuff and deconstruct religion. That's okay, but it's gonna get to a point where it's just me. Ain't gonna be no other avenue but me, nigga. How old are you? How old are you? I just eat. Yeah. Over on YouTube. What we doing, gang? It's still 50 people watching. Put $1 in the super. Hey, man. Have you went to Starbucks lately? Coffee is like $7 for a good coffee with the little cream and shit on it. Bar Black Atheist Rants is worth a $2 fucking super chat on YouTube. I am. So, as a supporter of Black Atheist Rants YouTube channel, put a super chat in the chat and support the live. That's how you support the live. Unless you want me to go back to fighting crime, because I've shot 100 in the range the last 4-5 times I went. I do not miss, nigga. This motherfucker surgical. When they hear that little beep, bah, 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 yeah. I've cleared rooms, nigga. I'm not, listen, I'm not to be fucked with. I don't want to go back to that life. I'm a lover. I don't like to fight. I don't like to beat people up. That's not who I am. Please don't make me go back. Okay. What is your name?
Just say Daw, I guess. It's like
who?
You know what I mean? You can refer to me by anything, doesn't matter.
I'm gonna call you anything.
That's fine.
How old are you?
19.
You're 19?
Yeah. Okay, bro.
Are you going to be civil?
Yeah. I've been waiting for you to address me. So is that not civil enough? I was just quiet the whole time until you were ready to address me. I feel like that's.
Are you Christian, Muslim, or black? Are you Christian, Muslim, or black Hebrew Israelite?
I'm Muslim.
Okay. Where does Islam? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you for the external history, not the Bible, not the Quran.
Yeah.
Don't quote the theology and the dogma. Where does Islam come from?
The Middle East.
Written in what language?
The Quran's written in Arabic.
For the advancement of what culture?
I wouldn't say that.
Whose culture is being deified in the Quran?
If you want me to go with the Saudi culture, the Arab culture there, yeah, sure.
Okay. Is it true that, well, I've heard Muslims say, because I go to y'all lives, but I don't say nothing. I just go in and look. Is it true that you have to read the Quran in Arabic to like have the full?
It's better to do so, yeah, because
there you go.
Arabic is more of the words, they have like more meaning, different. It's not like in English where one word means the exact same thing. It's like in context, it's more. So it's better if you do so, yeah.
There you go. Right. So why should black people practice a religion
written in Arabic by Arabs that deifies Arab culture for the advancement of Arabs. Why should we practice that?
But what do you mean deifies Arab culture?
I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah. So, the last caller, I asked him what race is Jesus Christos. Jesus Christos is Greek. Even if you believe Jesus Christ is a Jewish man, Jesus Christos is Greek language, therefore Greek culture, therefore a Greek image that they have propped up. When you look at what's called, hold up, I'm gonna give you something.
Yeah, I already heard your last points, by the way. So, but if you're talking about deifying the Arab culture,